Yes, it was the same old situation. Here we are, week 13 of the BEBC
BS
Podcast, as Allen takes down Plano for the 12th straight year.
Why did you do that, Alan?
Not you, Alan.
Oh, Alan.
Mess with me, I take you down.
Yeah, obviously. You're going to need to move in, sir. That's understood. Not that close. So, another Allen victory. Final score. Anybody know it?
A whole bunch to knock blue.
38 to 10.
Not indicative of
38 to 10.
38 to 10.
Thank
we'll
you.
count the touchdown, even though we should.
That was against third team.
Anybody come close to their prediction?
No. Nobody.
44-14 is the closest.
Yeah, because Jadon decided to sit on the ball like old mother hen.
Well, we kind of knew he was going to do that, which is typical. He thinks that's the only way he can beat Allen, but I don't know how many times you try something and it doesn't work before you.
Isn't that the definition of insanity?
That's pretty much it.
Banging your head up against the wall and expecting not to get a headache.
Year after year.
You know, I give everybody kudos on their score predictions because nobody had Plano scoring more than 17, but everybody had them scoring at least 7. So the ranges were 7 to 17. They got 10. So
Can I explain my 17?
Go.
They had a good kicker. I figured they'd get a trash field goal and a trash touchdown. They did have a good kicker, So I gave too much props to Plano. I should have known better.
Well,
But Jackie had me kind of thinking that maybe her talk with Jadon had them boys pepped up a little more, but obviously not.
Hey, do we know if that kicker is a senior or not? Because we could recruit him back up here. No reason for him to play in Plano.
it's been a while since. I don't know. Look in the book here and see if they got.
We
They
don't
got
need
the
a kicker.
roster.
We need a placeholder.
Well, he might be trying to get recruited as a punter. He gets a lot of that.
We need a placeholder.
You can make it in the pros as a punter. So Cumbie had 120 yards rushing.
Wow. Where'd that come from?
118 of that on one carry.
Come on, dude. We're not there yet.
We're not where. We're talking about the Plano game.
Oh,
Where have you
God.
been?
Dude, seriously.
Seriously, what? Here we go. What's on your mind?
Quit jumping in and taking over.
So Cumbie had 100 yards.
516 yards for the third straight week for the Allen offense.
Sweet. Pretty balanced from what I saw.
Okay, I wanted to give my opinion
on,
for
man.
someone who has not been here for the last couple of weeks.
We will sit back and let this roll. Go.
That's funny.
Go.
I know you tried to make it that I was, and it didn't work. But
We tried to
since
keep
I've
you
been
here
out,
as much as
I've been
possible.
out of town, but I got to say, with my feelings on how the team was, especially on offense, before I went on hiatus, compared to what I saw last night, I was extremely impressed. I mean, Grant looks very comfortable in the pocket now. He goes through his reads. He doesn't get happy feet when the pocket starts to collapse on him like he was at the earlier part of the season. He had some great runs. He had some great passes, and all in all, I think, like I said, it was early in the season, and now we're 6-7 games into the season now, and it's showing. So, no, extremely impressed with Grant. Had a fantastic game last night, and that's my 2 cents basically.
I have to give props to my brother James because, Plano kicks off. We get the ball. He turns and looks at all of us and goes, 3 plays. I'm like, this ain't Kyler-led offense, dude. There ain't no calling. He goes, 3 plays. He goes, you gotta beat them down early. First play, Brock run, had a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't remember what the second play was, but play number 3, there he was.
Technically, they're saying it's 2 plays on the.
They are, and I don't understand that, but I guess they don't count the first one because of the penalty, but it was really 3 plays.
Yeah,
It was sweet. Though.
it was funny. That guy was beat from the snap.
He didn't move.
Yeah, and for those of you who didn't see him, the OU wide receivers coach was there last night, standing down on the goal line in front of us, and I looked up his name, and Theo scores, and we all yell his name out. He looks up at us.
Watch the YouTube highlight video because right after Theo scores, I zoom down and there he is, all excited on his phone. Oh my God,
He's
coach!
texting Lincoln Riley, this guy can catch. It's like,
We got to get him.
It's something we've been trying to get for 5 years or more now. It's a slant pass across the middle, and there it was, man, wide open.
Twice.
Unbelievable.
Different
It was sweet.
Yeah. We had an 80-yarder to Theo, and then a little later the 90-yarder to Carson, which was a bullet
And
of
who,
a pass.
Who caught the most passes last night?
That would have been Mr. Andrew McGee, I do
There
believe.
you go, Mr. McGee.
The best, what is it? The most infamous Irishman on the team, as Alan said.
That is true.
What a
grand spanking total of 3.
Yeah, what a great catch, though, on his touchdown pass.
Yeah,
It was a little behind him. And
Up and behind to get it. Yep.
yeah, he was so wide open, I didn't think Grant knew what to do with that. He's like, whoa. And then he had a deep ball.
And that was where Grant showed a lot of composure. Stepped up in the pocket, it collapsed. He rolled out very calmly, just made sure it was a third down play. So he just floated it out there.
Yep.
And man, it was beautiful.
It was like a free throw.
Yeah.
Maturity.
He wanted to make sure.
Wristed it out there.
Yep.
And
It was pretty.
That was good to see. That was part of the progression that we've noticed. You know.
Well, and it was a thing that was, to me, that was missing early in the year. You didn't have all that. Everybody was, they were running those bubble screens every time you turn around, and everybody was crowding the line of scrimmage. And, the running game has really taken off. You got to respect Brock. And, Jawan Robinson showed up last night, finally healthy. He was awesome.
To me, he looks faster than Brock.
He may be fast.
He may be.
The way he runs anyway.
He's got some explosive,
but
for sure.
Man, you could tell he wanted that ball. He was excited.
Feed me, coach. Well, it'd been 6 weeks in. He's ready to go,
man.
and so he had an injury, and
I bet Coach Best for the wrestling team cringes every time Jawan touches it, though.
probably so. But it was good to see him back on the field.
No doubt.
And again, 516 yards, I think, total offense. So the offense is rolling. Good time to be doing that. Defense, like James said, Cumbie had
120.
and the quarterback had 119. But I went and looked. There were two long runs.
Third quarter.
Cumbie had a
fourth.
72-yarder, which he scored on, which was against the
Third
backups.
teams.
So, and then the quarterback had a 61-yarder. So you had two running plays for 133 yards. They had 88 rushing yards on 32 carries outside of those two. So
42 yards passing.
42 yards passing.
A lot of their wins have come off big plays.
Yep. And you can see where Cumbie can do, both those guys.
Yeah, that little, whatever you call that, pass where the quarterback just takes the shotgun and flips it forward.
Yeah.
That was a majority of his passing yards there, but that was, try to get him on the edge, which the referee missed a blatant holding call on DeAndre Davis, was getting pulled down.
But
I can't believe he missed one as many as he did catch. Good Lord.
But that's the star of the defense for the night. Luke Jackson. 2 plays in a row, the quarterback goes to the same side of the field. He almost gets the first one where he came over the top or what?
Came over the top of the quarterback's head. Yeah. He caught his helmet rather than the ball. And then the second play, he steps in front. Yeah.
He read that all the way.
And my question is, does Grant have a chin strap on his helmet?
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of helmets.
Equipment boy.
3 times?
We
need some duct
They
tape.
need to get those latchet straps that some of them have.
Well, he got rocked that one.
we got some bungee cords we can put on that boy's helmet to keep it on.
I tell you what, next home game, I'll have some super glue for him to put on that padding, some larger ear pads or something.
Well, Grant stops by the tailgate every week, so we'll talk to him about his helmet issue.
Because it could come up where his helmet comes off on a very important playoff game.
Yeah.
It seems to happen a lot of third down. So
Yeah, we need to get this out. You're right, his helmet does need to stay on. But the defense stood up. Hey, again, shut out through halftime. You couldn't ask for anything more.
Has our starting defense given up any points?
Yes, but it's been a while.
It's just like in district.
Boyd. Didn't Boyd score on that long pass at the beginning of the game?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
But other than that, no, they've been very stingy, which is great, and they'll need it. But again, it was 29-0 at halftime. The game was essentially over, and everybody's looking good. We still need to cut down on the penalties a little bit. A lot of silly ones.
8 for 75. I think.
you need to get your tempers under control. You know who you are. And,
yeah, and the Plano band ate up more than their allotted time. Oh, I'm sorry. That was random.
we knew that was going to happen.
Band took much time.
It's a hot topic on Facebook though this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Is it really?
The fact that
had to step in.
the fact that they're facing the home side, which is a
They've done that
tradition.
for years.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, really, why are we bringing this up every year?
People get over the Plano band.
Good
Okay?
Lord.
Get over it. It's been that way forever. And it's not going to change. And everybody knows it's rude. And we don't care. Quit talking
And
about
you're
it.
the ones that leave after halftime.
Yeah. I don't know. I've got a big comment on
All
that.
I
but
know
I'm-
is that all the stands around me were empty last night after halftime.
All I know is we're
Same here.
And then most of the rest of the fans were sitting on their hands.
Yeah. All I know is this: I was on both sides of this, because I was on the band. My kids were in bands for 7 years, and I was on the board for 4. And I know this: I've been to a lot of band competitions, and there's never been more than 200 people from Allen there, outside of the people working with the kids. They've never had a huge crowd. So I don't know who all these people are that leave at halftime, but they're not all band parents, because a lot more than 200 people leave after halftime. And maybe it's people
like
with
we
young
take
kids.
your word with a grain of salt.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
bite me.
It's the talent. It's the talented parents.
Oh,
then.
there
That's
you
what
go.
it is. I knew it.
There's the thousands right there.
There it is.
Talentettes. Now you're on our radar. So thank you,
why
Thad.
weren't you carrying pink pom-poms last night?
Yeah, it was pink out. Why
Well,
weren't
they
they
had
They had
pink.
pink shirts.
They had the pink
skirts?
Cheerleaders had pink
Yes,
shirts.
but red and pink clash.
You know, you
So
guys,
the red-
I think we need to ease up on the talented parents, because after the game at halftime, parents have to leave for their second job to pay for the thousands of dollars of Bear Bradley crap that they all have to have.
That is true.
So don't be hard on them.
All right, we'll back down. Love you guys. Y'all do a
Aggressive
great
today.
job. You work hard. We know it.
Hey, and talking about scoring, Matt Welch had a really interesting note that he tweeted out the other day. He said Allen's now scored district opponents 149 to 10.
Ooh. Ooh. Denton Geyer, you're up next.
Hello.
Come on, big boys.
We coming to see you.
Y'all gonna play that small school kind of mindset football?
I don't know if y'all saw John Walsh's interview with Friday Night Glory last night, but
Was it glorious?
he gave,
called us out.
He gave kudos to Allen, but then he said, but they're big school, we're small school, so this is really just a
Making excuses.
we'll gauge ourselves against these guys. And his comment was, we'll try to make it a 4-quarter game. So Geyer's up next.
And he's playing that bleeding heart.
And we'll see. And again, Geyer has seemed to put the ship right again. They struggled early. They lost to Plano, which is hard to fathom how that happened.
I'll give them 3 points next weekend since it's their home stadium.
Hey, Geyer might do better if Mr. Walsh would go get a frontal lobolectomy.
What the heck is that?
That doggone protruding thing he's
Eyebrow
got.
Frankenstein thing.
Needs a
Wow.
shed for his
Those
eyeballs.
are implants he had put in there.
Built-in sun shader. That's all I'm saying.
Who needs a hat?
Good Lord.
I'm
Geyer's up
off
next
that.
week. Running game, very strong. Passing game will struggle. So there you go. You wonder, is this the same situation we just faced with Plano? A team that can run the ball, and if they can't run the ball, do they have the athletes on the edge to compete?
Well, this week we had to chase around a little scat back. Looks like we're going to be going up against a bruiser this coming week.
Yeah,
So
we just saw a picture of their running back Cobbs, and he's a little bit of a bigger boy. He went for 124 last night. Quarterback ran for 92, Stillwell threw for 128, 6 of 11. They beat McKinney, which was an interesting game in district, but again, it appears like Geyer has righted the ship.
Yeah, but they still only have 14 people on the team, and by the second quarter, after we've got guys running in and out, new legs and everything else, they're not going to be able to open any holes for this kid, and he's just going to be hitting the line and falling down.
I'm interested because I haven't seen Geyer this year. I know last year when they showed up, you could tell the new school had opened because there were a lot fewer players on their team. And we'll see if
we were all shocked about that.
Yeah, we were.
Sidelines.
We're like,
It's still in the locker room.
is it grades week?
Oh.
Wow. That might be this week, actually.
But our defense plays much better, I think, against a bigger running back. Scat back, it's a little bit harder because he's picking holes and weaving through it.
I agree with that. I think they will do. It's kind of like the Trinity of
Well, they'll definitely seem better because that little kid last night, our defense was having a hard time. Where is he?
Yeah, 5'6". Well, and it won't be the option as much, or the like.
Yeah. Well, we had a little
Plano.
over pursuit by the linebackers.
Yeah. For the most part, I mean,
That
again,
kid
you go back to you take out 2 carries and they rush for 100 yards.
That kid could move within tight spaces.
So, but Geyer's up next week at Geyer. Only the second quote unquote road game of the year. Furthest we'll have to travel until the playoffs. So,
yeah, you folks going north on 35W next week, get out of the way of the white crews coming up.
Yeah.
Thad's coming straight from work, so look out. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't think Allen will have any trouble with these guys the way they've been playing the last couple of weeks. But someone's going to beat Allen at some point. That's what Walsh says.
Bring your sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yes, bring your sunglasses.
Yeah, we'll be facing the sun there for a while. But anyhow, need a big crowd. Everybody come out against Geyer. District last night.
Well,
Poor everybody.
Poor Matt. Plano.
Matt Diggs had a stat in the last 2 weeks. I think Plano schools have been outscored 129 to some ridiculous number, 10 or 17 or something. And they were 0-6. And, I struggle with Plano East last night losing to Boyd. Now, I understand there was a goal line stand at the end of the game where Plano East could have scored. Pass went incomplete. But they lost to Boyd 13-7.
Didn't they change their name to Plano Least?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
I was sitting on that one. No offense.
You should have let it.
Should have let it out.
Should have let it hibernate a little longer.
You have to wonder, are any of those Plano schools going to now sneak up and make playoffs? I mean, it's going to be I think we can all rule out Plano West.
Yeah.
They'll be lucky to win a game, much less everything left is a district game. But
is Plano East?
I think Plano.
Boyd and Geyer going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Plano will make the playoffs. I don't think either one other ones will.
I think the winner of Boyd and Plano will be that fourth
that'll
team.
determine that game.
Now, I heard McKinney's quarterback got hurt last night, so not sure the extent of that. It could have something to.
Cog in their wheel.
Yeah, it might have a little to do with how they finish out, but I think the winner of Boyd and Plano will be that fourth team that rolls in there. So, but it was an interesting night. Wiley smacked West around, which I don't think anybody
thought that big.
What?
56-27?
No, I saw Wiley beating West, but not by what they did.
Yeah. So they can score. I don't know. I feel bad for
Just
West.
goes to show you that
It's like I've never been gone.
Compare what's going to happen next week off the previous week, because wasn't it last week Wiley didn't?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wiley didn't beat Boyd.
They didn't play that great.
It's kind of like an OU deal. You don't know who's showing up.
Whoa.
Okay, later.
No, we'll get into that as well. But
Foreshadowing there.
the game of the week next week, obviously, and
by what talking about?
certainly Allen and Geyer.
Yeah.
And we'll have our predictions on that later in the week, but I think everybody here will pick Allen.
And you heard that from the fans of the week.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
gosh.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the Balding Eagles for being the
Hey, we're going to end up with some Dickie's barbecue.
Dickie's barbecue out of that.
Chick-fil-A.
And one of y'all, us, is going to get a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
That's right.
Thank you, Alan.
We can cut it.
Yes.
I think
Pieces.
the submitter of the pictures got it.
Well, thank you. Kudos to my wife for posing us correctly where
She's good.
the picture got
I don't know,
selected.
that chick in the middle was hot.
Was it the curly hair? It must have been the curly hair.
It was something.
I mean, I could get past
Kinda
that
look-
mustache.
Those nostril
Those
hairs.
eyes,
Those
man.
nostril
Kind
hairs
of
were
looked
really
like an
awful.
East German weightlifter with that hairy lip. I don't
Actually
know
looked
what
like
the heck.
Dirk Diggler's sister.
Whoever it was, kudos. Congratulations, guy. Fans of the week. That was fun.
All right.
I do have to say it's funny because my 13-year-old, when we got home, we're watching the scoreboard thing on Fox, and he said, "Didn't our district used to be like most feared district in Texas?" And I said, "Yeah, that was many a moon ago, son."
Yeah,
It's true. It used to be.
It used to be.
all the good teams are down in Houston now.
Oh,
yeah, they are.
Mr. Greg Tepper.
Kryptonite.
He's smart.
Yeah, he is.
Kryptonite. Yeah, they've got Converse Judson #1, as he reminded everybody about several times last night. So be it.
Everybody's got anything.
Yes, they do. Hey, it is what is today, the 14th? 14th of October. Second Saturday in October. State Fair of Texas is going on. What does that mean?
Texas
Corny
OU.
Corny dog. It does mean corny dogs.
And fried whatever, the new deal.
Fried biscuits and gravy.
Funnel cakes.
Funnel cakes.
Dude, I went down there.
Turkey legs.
And had the fried. It
Fried
was.
chicken.
I don't even know what they call it anymore, but it was a. It was so good. It was just really, really good. And I'm just going blank on what it was. Isn't that horrible?
It wasn't chicken fried bacon, was it?
No, and I always
always
forget the
higher than
name
it
of those stupid things. What's the thing with the powdered sugar on it?
Funnel cakes.
It's a funnel cake with a burger on top of it, with cheese, with melted queso on top of it, with another funnel cake sprinkled with sugar.
Oh my God.
Dude, it was awesome.
That sounds horrible.
It was awesome.
How are you still living with us?
Man, it was great. That thing, because you get the sweet and the
Blow
burger
yourself
together.
into the hospital, get in the operating room, and eat that while you're sitting there waiting
So
for
we're going to
surgery.
ask you, don't eat one more of those. Because,
Do you have an automatic?
I'd hate for David to be in charge of this
until we get the
podcast.
AED on the wall there. Please refrain.
No, it was great, man. It was awesome. But anyhow, yeah, all that's going on at State Fair and Texas OU here in about 3.5 hours.
2:30.
Texas OU, one of the great rivalries in college football and one of the great scenes in college football. So how many people have been to a Texas OU game?
Never
Not
Half of us, 3 of the 6. What was your thoughts on it when you went?
Oh, there's nothing like it. I mean, I love going to Austin for games down there and the tailgating scene down there. It's just, I mean, I could just stay outside in the tailgate area.
Like Brandon, our buddy Brandon.
It's incredible. But, the atmosphere around the Cotton Bowl on Texas OU weekend,
Sight to be seen.
there's nothing like it. And I've been to OU for a football game, and that's a really good time there too. But Texas OU in the Cotton Bowl here in Dallas,
when you split them up so
It's-
even, and
it's
the fan bases really love each other.
unbelievable. You know, and for the most part, there's some bantering going on, but everybody's pretty cordial and nice, and it's a really, really good time.
No,
And by fourth quarter, when the winner is pretty much determined, that side of the stadium starts to
clearing out.
leave. And,
If OU wins, they hang around.
Yep.
They're there till 2 or 3 in the morning.
not in the stadium. I was
No,
what I'm saying.
They
In
go
the
out.
fair.
They go.
Well, yeah,
They go to the
but
fair.
no,
If not, they're on their way home.
to echo what David said, yeah, it's the bantering. It's fun. There's a lot of everyone hangs out outside before the game because there's more beer being sold at the state fair during that time frame, and even in the early games. But now we're back to at least an afternoon game, which is where it should be. And so
Instead
the
of a
bantering
breakfast
could possibly be a little more aggressive today.
Yeah.
So it again, one of the greatest rivalries in football. So it's always a blast.
Nolan, are you telling me there's more alcohol being served there than there was in ours?
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Back to Texas OU real quick. The one thing, and it'll stick with me forever. I went to the 2013 game, which Texas did win. But when you hear, because it's split 50-50 on fans, when Texas sings their fight song and when 40,000 people scream "OU sucks," it sounds really cool. And which they make it part of their song this week, so it's pretty neat. But yeah, one of the great college scenes in college football. And if you can ever get a chance to go because it's a blast. And even if you don't care who wins, it's really cool to see.
So that happens to be one of our pick'em games. Who'd y'all pick?
We'll get.
Are we getting into that now?
We are.
No, but
getting,
we were talking about. I was just wanting to see the one game.
I actually picked OU.
OU.
Okay, Trader. What about you, David?
I'm looking at the sheet, and there was only one person who stuck their neck out and picked Texas.
Who would that be?
That would be the person in last place in the pick'em.
I'm not last place. I am not in last place. Thank you very much.
Technically.
Oh, you're not. You're correct. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you very much.
I
I
apologize.
will accept that apology.
But you did pick Texas. Nolan picked Texas as much as I wanted to, and I need to. Because,
I got a feeling. I am 6-1 in high school this week.
Yes.
I felt it.
Where he's riding that.
Yeah, it's the best week I've had.
We
I'm not
have.
afraid to admit it.
We've got it was a strange week in trying to find games to pick that would be difficult.
Yeah, that Alabama-Arkansas game was a little hard to pick.
Yeah.
Even I couldn't pick Arkansas on that one.
There are very few top 25 matchups this week, and so it was a lot of random stuff. So we picked LSU and Auburn. Only one person picked LSU, which interesting. North Texas and Texas San Antonio, which should be a good game up at Denton here this afternoon.
Didn't UT San Antonio give like Houston fits or somebody so that's kind of.
They beat Baylor, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, who had?
Well, it's still pretty big for UTSA to step up and play with Baylor.
Not anymore.
They're the odds-on favorite.
Yeah. TCU's at Kansas State. That game is in a lightning delay. It was supposed to start at 11. I don't know if it's going to or not.
That's shocking.
What?
Wow.
A lightning delay? Oh my gosh! I just
See what I did there?
I did see what you did
Come on,
there.
Mark. Step up here.
Sorry, I had to change the channel because Florida State's on.
Playing Duke?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, our mind's not into this podcast because we're watching football right now.
Yeah, we are in the man cave.
Oh, that's why I didn't pick Florida State. They're 1-3.
Ouch.
Mark.
All right, it's over. We're out. No. Golly, Texas Tech is playing at West Virginia. These are interesting games, but, and then
They're actually pretty good. They're real good matchups, except for one.
Arkansas
That one.
going to Alabama.
That ain't a good matchup.
I think you'll see a lot of back.
Who'd you pick, Nolan?
Who do you think I picked?
Somebody
I just said I couldn't even I couldn't even pick Arkansas in that
Somebody picks Smellabama, whoever that
game. That would
is.
be me.
Maybe Limper can kick about 25 field goals.
He's going to
There you
have
go.
to.
And then you have the battle of the Allen High School alumni when Washington travels to Arizona State. A&M is at Florida with the crazy uniforms Florida's wearing today.
But ugly.
That's why I picked
uniforms.
Florida. I figured that's going to.
Tune in at 5:00 and see that, man. Those things are wild. And then Texas OU. We'll see. James has got.
This weekend?
Yeah. James and Thad are tied for the lead. We'll see if that holds up through the college games because they kind of had a rougher high school games than some of the rest of us. And congratulations, too, speaking of high school games, to Westlake breaking a 10-game losing streak to Lake Travis last night. So it looks like the 2016 6A Division I state champions are
Done.
I don't know if they're done. I just, they're 6-2, or no, take that back. They're 4-2 now, I guess, but their two losses are to two top 5 teams in the state. So
maybe the guys on the board will shut up now.
Now, who's that? North Shore fell apart. Travis fell apart. Wow.
North Shore.
Hey, how's that going for you, Salami?
There's always Rockets. The Judson Rockets.
Dude, that quarterback they got is he's
a real deal. Real deal. Rumor has it, Thad.
Rumor has it. And this is not. I'll go ahead and precursor it by saying this is not one of the better rumors I had, but I think it's very accurate. That Alford had that play that Mr. Weiss caught for a touchdown on the third play of the game. He had it queued up to run 11 more times, but decided he didn't want the score to be 91-0 and backed off of not calling that play anymore. So that was
Way to hold back.
Way to hold back. Way to ensure Jadon keeps his job another year.
Man, I'm telling you, that it looked like Theo was running past a statue. Maybe the guy thought was a Statue of Liberty play and decided to honor it.
I don't know. He was
I don't
actually doubled. Didn't the safety roll over? But they were both 5 yards behind him.
If he rolled over about out of bed about 30 minutes after his alarm went off. Because, dude, Theo was fast and green when he caught that.
And that's 2 weeks in a row that he's been wide open on those deep throws. And, hey, he's playing like he's supposed to be playing. So.
If Jadon ever happens to lose his job, that should be our next big fathead with stamped unemployed across his forehead. That would be cool.
We'll let you have that up in your section. Oh, goodness. All right, guy. Open forum.
Yeah, so I'd like to give a shout out to the FFDN. Went to the freshman. That's the freshman football dad network.
All these acronyms. I got to write them down.
I'm telling you what, those guys are really into it. And some big dummy was answering a question. And they said, what's the opinion of how this team is? How do they rate based on other teams? And so some big dummy was rating them based on the 2013 team.
Oh, do you talk about the varsity squad or the freshman team?
The freshman team, and how they rate compared to other previous freshman teams that went on to be really good and all that stuff.
They keep stats on that?
No. They just they wanted to know how their kids are doing.
So they're all into it now.
It's pretty amazing. The Green Twins and Green quarterback. That's a good team.
That team is loaded.
It is.
It really is.
So you're saying we're going to have a bunch of sophomores that James doesn't care about on the team next year?
Well,
no. I care about them, but if they get injured,
they got 2 more years.
There's going to be plenty of opportunity for some of those kids, especially on the defensive side of the ball, to step right in next year in the secondary. And Allen is just so loaded on JV and freshman offensively. It's not.
We got so many more apartments being built too.
Oh,
and we got
that is true. Whether it's football related or not.
Are you kidding me? We may have to make a second high school.
Oh, shit! Bite your tongue.
I want to go to 8,000.
Oh my god!
Dang. Well, that new freshman center is really big.
It is big.
We cleared it last week. It's okay to talk about bodily functions. So
yes.
If you need, to let us know about me time or anything like that, it's out there.
Where the hell is this coming from?
You should have listened to the podcast.
I haven't gotten there yet. It's a thing called life and work.
This is life, sir.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to get your priority. You're going to go on a timeout. Your priorities are certainly not straight.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Mr. Wright, did you have something?
Well, I just had a family moment I wanted to share.
About bodily functions?
My grandkids, I guess, were contemplating the meaning of life, and so one of them.
Wait, how old are these grandkids?
They're really small. The oldest is 8, but she had this science book.
One's 20.
And she said, so Grandpa, why did we start having babies? And I said, well, see that the way I saw her science book, and so I thought I'd go, the biological deal and say, well, the whole deal is that, we started as apes and blah, 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 and started doing the thing where we grew, because I'm thinking I'm doing the science thing. And so she walked away in disgust. And so then she goes and asks my wife, and my wife says, well, Adam and Eve had a baby.
That's better.
And then those babies had babies and babies. And this is, thousands of years later, here we are. And so my 4-year-old says, Nana, Grandpa lied to us. And the 8-year-old said, no, that's just his side of the family.
Way to go.
So I'm not talking to them anymore.
Yeah. One thing I want to give a quick shout out to Mr. CJ Williams. Johnson. I'm sorry, CJ Johnson. Hit of the game last night. And for those of you that want to see that, plus other highlights, if you go to YouTube, look up the Allen Plano highlights, that is already posted. Big Daddy Dog stayed up all night and got that taken care of. So for those of you wanting to see the highlights, they are out on YouTube. You can watch them now. So
that was a big hit.
That was a huge hit. And
hey, both teams had big hits, but that was a big hit.
That was
Search
huge.
for 2017 Allen versus Plano.
There you go. So it's out there. So anybody got anything else other than hook 'em?
Good.
Let me think. I don't have any bodily function issues. No, we're good.
Yes, that's the first week of that. So anyhow,
first week of that.
you always have issues. Me time is a regular in your.
Don't do me time over here.
Ew. Alan did last week.
Boy, I tell you what.
Wow.
Woo!
Sherry.
That was now he remembers. Yeah.
Hey, there's
Maybe it was good and I was
nothing
out of
that
town.
75 little hang-up pine trees can't fix.
That's exactly right. So thanks for listening, guys. See y'all at Geyer this week. So until next time, it's over and we're out.